The green flag is in the air. We're racing in Chicago again. A great start for Van Gisbergen.
Shane Van Gisbergen away immediately. Kyle Larson quickly tucks in right behind him. And here's Ty Gibbs on the move in third, trying to look his way to the inside, but Larson wants the lead. He'll squeeze his way to the inside off turn 2.
Larson wants to go. He's driver's right as they work down Lakeshore Drive for the first time. The battle for the lead. Ty Gibbs laying in wait there in the third spot. Van Gisbergen with some momentum on the outside through 3 and into 4 for the first time. The 97 gives way. Kyle Larson to the lead through 4. SVG looks back inside but can't do it. Larson leads off 5.
Here he comes out of 5. Larson to the lead. Van Gisbergen to second. They're all stacked up behind them. Third on back. Larson and Van Gisbergen making their way for the lead. SVG is going to jam it into 6, and he'll take the lead. Larson's got to check up. Larson will lose the lead. Larson may lose second.
Great battle right there. Kyle Larson is here to beat Shane Van Gisbergen. That is what he is trying to do. You saw it on the first lap. He took the fight to him. SVG said, bring it on, brother. I got it. What a great battle. Gibbs almost taking second spot, but you can see everybody trying to chase down SVG. He has raised the bar, and they're all trying to answer it.
Here comes the 17 of Larson, contesting for the lead with Van Gisbergen.
It's almost like a game of me and my shadow between SVG and Larson. Larson's going to jam it in again to the inside for the lead. Fender out in front for Kyle Larson. SVG battling back to the inside, side by side for the lead in turn 2.
They'll want to race for the inside. That'll be the right side of the racetrack as they work down Lakeshore Drive. So SVG back in control. The top 2 separated themselves a little bit from Ty Gibbs. Through turn 3, here's Larson out of line again to driver's right into turn 4, race for the lead. SVG's got to heat way. Larson back to the front through 4, and out of 5 brings Ty Gibbs into the mix as well. Top 3, nose to tail.
Ty Gibbs has the best seat for watching this battle right now. He'll fade about a car length or 2.
He'll follow Kyle Larson through turn 4. Nose to tail are those 2. They've separated from Ty Gibbs by 2 or 3 car lengths. Here's SVG out of line. He'll go to the right side of Larson for the lead.
Normally he goes to the inside out of 5. He's going to test the limits and use the outside. Larson trying to protect corner entry in 6, and he'll do that. SVG goes wide. Now we'll cut it on corner exit. Trying to get the run. Larson throws the block. Here comes SVG back to the bottom.
What a great move. He saw Larson was in trouble. Contact right there. Larson giving him no space whatsoever. Ty Gibbs into the battle now. This is incredible racing early. This is lap 4. There's a long way to go in the 50-lap race. These guys are sparing nothing of their race tires, engines, transmissions. They're pushing everything to the limit.
Coming out of turn 12, it looks like the 17 of Kyle Larson maybe locked the left side tires up, right side tires up a little bit, entering 12.
Yeah, just a little bit too much entry speed, locks that right front up he slides, and look at SVG. Doesn't try to go to driver's right. He knows that's defendable down in turn 1. He kind of gets momentum to driver's left, gets the preferred line through turn 1. Kyle Larson, though, doesn't concede, chases it in there side by side. These 2 are putting an absolute show on for the fans, because then Larson goes, I'm going to cross you over, try to work drivers outside in turn 2. Eventually had to give up the position. But what a race between the 2. And then right here, you see the respect between Shane Van Gisbergen and Kyle Larson. Kim, how about the 81 of Chandler Smith?
Yeah, disaster for them. Take a listen to the radio before he made it to pit road.
Engine's blowing up. Engine's blowing up. Hello, do I need to come see you or not?
Is it just down a cylinder right now?
I don't know. It's garbage is what it is. 3 engines one weekend.
We see some debris on the racetrack. That's on Columbus Drive, so the caution has come out.
Yeah, I mean, rare do we see engine issues in 3 out of the same organization. You can see the frustrations. We see damage on the 26.
He's got Larson behind him, but Larson will try to outbrake him. Van Gisbergen blocking, goes to the inside, but Larson once again dives it into 1.
Side by side for the lead. Larson grabs the lead, and he'll slip out of 1. Van Gisbergen back to the 97, back to the inside, and back to the lead. Downhill into turn 2. It's SVG, Larson, and a side-by-side battle for 3rd.
That's Ty Gibbs to the right in the black number 19, racing the 88 with Connor Mosack. Those 2 in a race for the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, battle for the lead heats up once again. Larson to the outside into turn number 4, trying to muscle Van Gisbergen to the inside. Again, around the long way, the outside of turn 4 and 5, side by side, still for the lead.
close quarters racing for the lead. Larson in the 17 inside of Van Gisbergen in the 97. A literal drag race to the entrance of 6. Larson's got the preferred line. He tries to lock it down and block the crossover from SVG out of turn 6.
Oh, trouble, turn 4. Riley Herbst is around off the nose of Sheldon Creed. Nobody else hit him, and Herbst stayed out of the tire barriers, but he spun right in the front of the top 10, and now trying to find a clean place to merge back into traffic.
Let's take another look at what happens.
This is a couple turn. Oh, there you go. So that is exiting turn 2. The 98 kind of runs Creed into the wall. And I don't think Creed loves this at all, because the 98 was absolutely not clear. He needed to leave Creed an outside lane. And Creed comes down in here and says, if you're going to junk my day, I'm going to junk your day. Sends the 98 into turn 4. Luckily, 98 doesn't get into the tires. And then we heard the 7 coming to pit road. It's a very tough pit road entry. And you see, really, no harm, no foul. The driver coming just doesn't know he's pitting. It's a real hard right-hand corner. You see contact.
Or Larson, a small bobble, hugs the right side wall. SVG, a good run through 4. Sets up nicely for the exit of 5. He'll pull drivers right. Race for the lead down Columbus Drive.
Here comes Van Gisbergen again. Drivers right to the outside down Columbus Drive. Who's going to lift and who's going to get here first? Larson's got the preferred lane on the inside of the 17. The 97 not lifting. Going to run him hard. Side by side out of 6, headed downhill to 7.
Now SVG has the preferred lane. He's on the right hand. Larson is not going to be able to run side by side through there. It is just too tight. Only one more opportunity for Larson to take this position back.
He's already locked himself into the playoffs, but every playoff point he can gain, that puts him that much further into the playoffs when they get underway. Shane Van Gisbergen wins stage 1 in Chicago.
Save.
Look at Parker here.
Yeah, had to start in the back after an engine change, and this pass matters because that got him up to 10th, which will score him a point at the end of the stage.
So many cars making their way onto pit road, and Cole Custer, you see him in the 00 stopped because of an incident on pit road, Steve.
So passing, you're allowed to pass leaving pit road, but coming into your pit stall, you have to stay single file. Right here, the 19 going too slow, the 00 goes to his left because the 19 is creeping along, whether he's confused about his lights or whatever the situation is. There's some contact, but it is technically illegal, Jeff, to pass on pit entry.
Yeah, that is a tough call. It is illegal, but if a guy is having an issue, are you supposed to just stack up behind him and not do anything about it? Cole Custer just instinctively said, hey, he's going too fast. Marty, I need to go around him. Full send effort today, and he's done it. Got all that track position back, got in a wreck, but he is not done fighting.
Battle for the lead. Here comes Van Gisbergen. He goes to what will be the outside as they go into turn number 1. Once again, a drag race down the front stretch into 1.
Fans are getting their money's worth here in Chicago today, watching this battle back and forth between Larson and Van Gisbergen. Here comes the crossover again. Van Gisbergen out of position into 2, but he'll try to cut to the inside in turn 2.
A rare occasion to see A.J. Allmendinger make a mistake on a road course.
Yeah, listen. Wheel hop, under braking, just trying to keep up with the 2 leaders, pushing corner entry. The rear tire starts skipping across the asphalt, loses control. Corner entry is A.J. Allmendinger's signature. That is why he is so good at the road courses. This just reassures us how impressive, Jeff, that 17 and 97 are out there leading.
Yeah, it really is, and it shows you the competitive fire of an A.J. Allmendinger. Hey, man, I want to get in this battle. Overstepped his bounds a little bit, but that's what you expect of a race car driver, right? Operating on the edge of grip, trying to chase those 2 guys down. I mean, 15 Xfinity road course wins among those top 3, and A.J. Allmendinger wants to be the guy that they're all chasing, just pushed a little bit too hard.
Bad. Hey, wheel hopped all the way into the corner.
The green flag back in the air. Sammy Smith has the advantage into 1.
New players at the front of the field. Here's Austin Hill. He's going to open up the inside lane. He'll slide through. He'll grab the lead in the 21. Sammy Smith in the 8 trying to protect second, and he'll do a good job of that as they turn right on the Lakeshore Drive, racing for the lead and spots on back.
And how about the play by crew chief Adam Wall for Sammy Smith, the only driver not to have made a stop today. He said during that last caution, it doesn't matter what the leaders do, we're sticking to our plan. Looks like it's going to be a points grab for stage 2 for Sammy Smith, who came into this race just 11 points to the good on that playoff grid. Right now, Stanley just struggling with front turn and rear drive.
The side-by-side battle, and then behind them, you just saw SVG got by. Made the move on Larson, so now he leads that pack trying to get back to the front. On board 97, looking back at Larson. Larson's car does not seem to be as good this run.
After leading, this will be his 5th lap. He gets the stage win. And a fight for second is building now.
Here they come back into one, side by side. Austin Hill forcing the point there in the 21, the car on the right-hand side, trying to reclaim the lead over Jesse Love, his teammate. But Love will beat him to turn 2. He'll take the lead on Lakeshore Drive.
Hood up.
Yeah, Parker Retzlaff
yes.
has a hood up on the front stretch, and the caution comes out. So another restart. Advantage SVG. He's going to start a little bit closer to the front now.
Yeah, an advantage for all those guys trying to save fuel. Parker Retzlaff doing a nice job of driving that thing through the side window. See, it's just a stack up. Yeah, can't tell what caused it, but they all stack up.
Into turn number 4, Jesse Love defending inside. Ty Gibbs is closed on him as Creed moves around Austin Hill in 3rd. Top 2 nose to tail off 5.
Ty Gibbs is on a mission right now. He's trying to get the lead away from Jesse Love, couple of the newest, youngest drivers in all of NASCAR. Here is Gibbs. You're riding on board with him. He'll look to the inside. Fade driver's right, cut back to the left. Contact further back. Austin Hill has dropped anchor. That car's not as good as it was earlier. He's just trying to hang on to protect what he has.
Ty Gibbs, a good road racer. Jesse's got his hands full. Big move right here.
SVG moves to the inside. He's trying to take 3rd away from Sheldon Creed. He's going to do it before they get to turn 12.
And that's what makes the difference. He can pass in non-traditional passing zones. That has allowed him to climb all the way back up into the top 3.
And we take a look at the Toyota driver update right now. Gibbs running in that 2nd spot, but he has a mirror full of the 97, and there's contact made. Sam Mayer gets into the back of him. They slide. He's blocking traffic now. SVG has lost 4, 5, 6 car lengths on the top 2.
Give and take has turned into grab and go. Here's Gisbergen. He's up to 3rd, and they are rooting and gouging behind him. That's Sam Mayer in the 1, Sheldon Creed in the 18. Here's Creed. He'll take a look again. Mayer will beat him to the punch, and Kyle Larson is back in the mix.
This is a race for about 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. All those cars right there. Kligerman runs in the 6th spot. Creed is 5th. We go yellow here, and we're going to have another restart. Leland Honeyman buried into the turn 1 tires.
Well, let's take a look. Looks like right front locked up. Turn low, flat. Right front tire is flat. 42 along for the ride on the flat tire. Tire barrier doing its job, softening the blow. I'm sure it was still quite a hit, but maybe he hit the inside wall. I actually think he made contact with the inside wall with the right side of the car. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, hits the inside wall, which pushes him up. You add steering wheel, the car gets loose. Sam Mayer does a nice job not junking the 97, but now watch the 18. You can't give up momentum, so he goes left. The 1 tries to defend. I'll give Sheldon Creed credit. He just kind of stayed with the momentum. That's what you have to do on this circuit. Maybe he hit the inside wall. I actually think he made contact with the inside wall with the right side of the car. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, hits the inside wall, which pushes him up. You add steering wheel, the car gets loose. Sam Mayer does a nice job not junking the 97, but now watch the 18. You can't give up momentum, so he goes left. The 1 tries to defend. I'll give Sheldon Creed credit. He just kind of stayed with the momentum. That's what you have to do on this circuit.
Ty Gibbs' life just got very complicated. SVG makes short work of Ty Gibbs. SVG, oh, Sam Mayer's around. Everybody scatters as Sam Mayer gets turned. Actually, turn number 1. He will refire the car, but SVG has gotten to 2nd, and he is looking for the lead. Jesse Love in the 2. You're on board with Shane Van Gisbergen. He's going to fade right, and he's going to drive it in way deep, side by side for the lead into 6th. Love will hang on to the spot. He had preferred positioning, but here's SVG again on the march.
Big block right here by Jesse Love. Not going to be enough. SVG to the inside. Ty Gibbs trying to follow. Jesse Love was very defensive, but it's just too much pace to keep him back.
What happened with Sheldon Creed, because he was running up inside the top 5, and then through turn 12, right before turn 12, he gets turned around. Now, 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. And pulling away is Shane Van Gisbergen. But I'm guessing that Auckland, New Zealand is his favorite city, but number 2 on the list has to be Chicago. Shane Van Gisbergen is going to do it again. He wins in Chicago.
Great job, everyone. That is awesome. Oh, man, thank you, guys.
Ticket that you get for this is called excessive show of speed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think the fans appreciate it. On the streets here of Chicago.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.